Hey guys, what's up? It's been a little while. I think the last time I posted was 6 months ago. Actually, when the first episode of Survivor 42 aired. It was called Survivor 42 First Take. It's just life's been busy, haven't been able to upload. I do want to kind of upload every single week moving forward doing this. This is what we're going to be doing, I think. Obviously, if you read by the title, it's just kind of like a review of the first episode of season 43, and I'll probably just be doing like short little reviews of each episode, with some gameplay on the background. Modern Warfare 2 gameplay beta, so hope you guys enjoy it. So yeah, if you didn't read the title is Survivor 43 has already, dropped the bar low, something along the lines of that. And like this finale, not finale, what am I even saying? This premiere, man, was just so boring. Like, I usually don't go through the gram when I'm watching TV shows that I like, but yeah, I mean, like halfway through the episode, I'll go through the gram. Like, I don't know what to say, dude. Like, it's just like nothing really popped out on screen to me. Most of these characters, besides one person, who we will talk about, are like the most basic archetypes of the archetypes of Survivor. You got the fit guy, Ryan. You got the pretty people. You got the smart guy. You got it's like all these people are so cookie cutter. None of these people are interesting. Like I said, besides one person who I will get into later. So already, like, going into this episode, the cast is just so meh. I really don't get why these past 3 seasons people have been saying these casts are so good. They're really good because all these casts are so safe. That's the word. They're super safe. They're not going out there and getting outgoing people. They're just getting these people that are going to be good for the network and stuff like that. And it's for me at least, it's not good TV. Yeah, first thing is the cast. It's not good, not interesting people. And we get to the first challenge, which the first challenge really wasn't that good. Cody ended up, telling something like how the bamboo had a hole inside of it, so you could put the flint or whatever. Since you had to get a flint off a bamboo, you can stick the bamboo inside the flint again. It wasn't that interesting. And then we get back to camp, and there's a Savvy and Sweat challenges, and I'm like, so we're doing this again for the third season in a row. There's Savvy and Sweat challenges. Now I will say they did make it different this time, but it's also they have to make it different this time because if they didn't, everyone would know what to do. So this time around, it's either you gotta go to the square and dig up, your supplies, or you have to solve this number combination. Both teams do it. Both teams again prevail. All Sweat. Everyone is undefeated in Sweat and Savvy challenges. They're really not that hard, honestly. And the only character that really shown some potential from this little scene here is Sammy, who he's actually kind of interesting. Maybe there's 2 characters that I'm actually at least intrigued for. But there's that. And then we also get this new weird way of doing the risk your vote or not. Instead of this time them climbing up a mountain, they got to go to this rock in the water, and they actually, the thing is, this is at least somewhat different. I'll give them this. They made it to where you actually show each other if you chose risk or no risk. So the way it happened was, I think it was Carla, Gabler, and I cannot remember the other dude's name. Hold up. It's Dwight. So Carla, Gabler, and Dwight, they go to this rock, they read the instructions, and they choose they want to risk their vote or not. And this time it was actually kind of cool because they showed each other what they did. So I think it was Gabler and Dwight, they risked their vote. And so Carla now knows that either Gabler or Dwight has an advantage. We find out later that Gabler gets it. And it's really weird because it's a immunity idol that you can only use for your first 2 tribal councils. So puts Gabler in this weird position to where basically he's safe if he isn't stupid. Because if he doesn't get voted out the first tribal council he goes to, he's good, he's safe. He will not be voted out. So it's it puts him in this weird position. And then Dwight obviously loses it. And the thing about this is people, I think, have just figured out that no one's really going to believe you on what you say what happens when you go off to an island. So people have just started this straight up saying the truth. I'm pretty sure Carlos said straight up what happened. I know Gabler did, because Gabler told his tribe, he showed him the idol, and I think he was hoping that the idol was going to be a regular one, and he could be oh, we're going to use this as a team, and then it just kind of backfires because he it can only use it for 2 tribal councils. Then Dwight also said basically everything verbatim what happened on the island, and then we get Cody, who I think is one of the standout characters, Cody and Sammy, saying like he doesn't believe him at all, which I get it. Like you really can't trust anyone, but if it just feels like people just realize that no one's going to believe you when it comes to Island Twist. That people just defaulted to saying the truth now, so it's kind of weird. And after that is kind of when I started to go on the gram. I'm gonna be honest. I know there was like some like scenes with like the Blue Tribe. I'm pretty sure that happened after that, but I was just not intrigued whatsoever. I probably missed out on some sort of camp life things, but yeah, this is when I started going to the gram, because like nothing interesting was happening. Everything was like the same as last season, but like a different paint color on it. Not even a different paint color, the same paint color, it's just new. So I didn't really catch like basically the entire middle part of the episode. Then we get to the challenge. I think that it's the Baka tribe, and I swear if anyone makes like a sussy Baka joke in the season, I'm over with Survivor. Like if any of the cast members or even Jeff, if anyone even references like sussy Baka to the Baka tribe, it's over for Survivor. The Baka tribe loses. I'm pretty sure it's like not even close. I actually low-key forgot what the challenge was. I'm trying to remember now. Yeah, I can't remember what the challenge is. Wow, hold up. Okay, yeah, it's like one of those marathon challenges. I remember. It's like one of those marathon challenges where like you have to do like all this stuff, and at the very end there's like some sort of weird puzzle. The puzzle's like the ball maze, and then Baka loses it. So we get back, and like Gabler's like saying he's gonna like play a shot in the dark because like he deserves to do it or something like that. Really weird, honestly. I think Gabler is going to be at least decent this season, but then eventually he gets talked out of not doing it. You know, Mariah mentions earlier in the episode like, let's do a girls thing or whatever. So her and Ellie and Janine are like, Mariah wants Owen to get voted out, or Janine does, and then you know, everyone else kind of just wants Mariah to get voted out. For me, at least, I know my buddies thought Owen was going out, but for me, at least, it was very obvious vote off that it was going to be Mariah. I didn't think it was going to be unanimous. I did think Janine was going to throw a vote towards Owen, so I thought it was going to be a 4-2 vote. But like every single vote, the first vote of every single season so far, beginning from Survivor 41, it was a unanimous vote out, and Mariah got sent home. Positive from this episode, Mariah's gone. I think Mariah would have been like a Marianne type figure who I do not want to stay long term. I think she just would have caused problems, so I'm glad that she went home early. But this episode did not impress me at all. Not at all, did not impress me. Most, especially for premieres, I'm not looking at the gram, you know what I'm saying? But like this episode, like it was just so boring. Like I was like, okay, I'm gonna scroll my phone, probably not miss anything important. I probably didn't miss anything important, honestly, because it felt like, you know, like nothing was happening this season. And I think it comes down to more than just like how they do this. I think it also comes down to the fact that like the way they set this season up, like with all the advantages and stuff like that, having 3 tribes of 6 does not help. You know, having 2 tribes of 10 would be so much better with all these advantages and stuff like that. Because like when you have 3 tribes of 6, right, there's usually like always almost a unanimous vote out. Okay, because like there's just no room to hide in tribes of 6. When there's tribes of 10, there's more like room for division and stuff like that. And I think it's also been confirmed that Survivor 43 is not gonna have a tribe swap. Why not? After the 4th vote, have a tribe swap, 2 rounds of that. There's no reason why there should not be a tribe swap. I know like Jeff brought up one time like, oh, well, you know, back in the day when we did a tribe swap, people said it wasn't fair. Okay, yeah, Jeff, that was like 2002 or like 2000. That was like 20 years ago when people said they didn't like tribe swaps. Okay, things change, Jeff. You know that. So like, yeah, do a tribe swap or just do something. The thing is, the problem with Survivor 41 and 42 is that I've always said that Survivor 41 and Survivor 42 felt like Survivor 41 Part 1 and Part 2. And from looking at this looks like it's going to be Survivor 43 Part 1 and Part 2. Because they're doing Survivor, shoot, this is Survivor 41 Part 3 actually. This is Survivor 41 Part 3. So we have Survivor 41 Part 1, Part 2, and Part 3. They're all just the same season, but with like different cast members and stuff like that. Like they're not doing anything different. Survivor 41, the whole theme of it was literally, hey, we're doing the exact same thing, but this time there's not Arby's or Applebee's in this challenge or something like that. It was the exact same thing. And it looks like, you know, like Survivor, like, or Jeff at least, try to hit it with like, oh, we're doing the exact same thing, but it's going to be different this time because there's new people. And like when you do twist like the merge twist or whatever in Survivor 42, you're like, no, of course Rocksroy is gonna like smash the urn or whatever, because like why wouldn't he? Why would he want to give up not being safe? You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, it's just so boring now. Now I do think they confirmed that the 43 merge Twist Island thing isn't happening, but there's still gonna be like earn your way to the merge, which is so stupid. Like, do you seriously not trust your cast members who, you know, everyone keeps saying this is such a good cast to handle a 12-person merge? Like, are we serious right now? Overall, I'm just really like disappointed with Survivor right now. It's like, I wasn't even hyped for this season when it like came out. Like 42, I was at least like, you know, the day before I was like, oh, you know, oh shoot, Survivor is airing tomorrow. And then like this premiere on Tuesday, I was literally like, oh wait, like at night, like almost like it was like around like 10 or something. I was like, oh wait, hey, yo, Survivor 43 airs tomorrow. And I was like, oh yeah, I guess I'll watch it. And I'm kind of like obligated to watch it now, but I mean, man, it's just, it really sucks that like I'm no longer excited for Survivor. You know what I'm saying? Like usually this time around was like the best time of the year because NFL was back on and Survivor was back on. And now it's just like, you know, the NFL is back. That's good. I'm really happy about that. And Survivor's just kind of like, oh yeah, I'll just watch that, you know, because like I used to. It's not like I want to go out of my way to watch it, but I am still going to go out of my way to watch it in hopes of, you know, maybe catching a good episode every now and again. But when you keep doing the same thing over and over again, do you really expect things to change? Isn't that like the textbook definition of like insanity, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting change? Because right now Survivor is acting pretty insane. Survivor 43 has already like dropped the bar very, very low. Now, I'm not preying on Survivor's downfall. I want Survivor to be good again. I've always said that, you know, bad Survivor is better than no Survivor because, like, at least we have something to, you know, have. But we're going to have no Survivor very soon if they don't step up their game. Like, I think CBS feels like it's obligated to get it to season 50. But after season 50, man, we probably won't have another season of Survivor if it keeps going like this. Like, if I was a betting person, I'm saying after season 50, it's over. It's done. Like, drop the 4. Drop the 1 as well and just have nothing because we're not going to have a show pretty soon if we just keep doing the same thing over and over again. It really sucks, man. You know, people I feel bad for the most are like Survivor fans that have been here for like since like the first season. You know, that have watched the show, enjoyed the show and stuff like that, and now have to watch it like just be mediocre now and just like have a show that they knew was so good and know that it still can be good. It still can be good. Survivor 37 Dave vs. Goliath showed that New School season still can be good. And in my opinion, 38 was also pretty good. Even season 40 was decent. Like, just trust your cast. Don't do the same thing over and over again. That's what like defined the 30s, is that there was different things. You know, even if you didn't like the Ben bombs or whatever, at least like something interesting was happening. Right here, it's like nothing interesting is happening. Like, I don't think there's been a successful idol play in the entire 41 to 43 span. I don't even know if there's been an idol that's been played. Okay, no, wait, there has been, I'm pretty sure, but there's been like no successful idol flip things that change the vote and stuff like that, because all these advantages eventually just cancel each other out when there's so many people just don't know what to do with them. So like, it was way better when you had seasons like Cagayan where there's just one idol per camp, and then they rehid them, or I don't even know if they rehid them after they were voted, you know, after people were voted out. So yeah, being a Survivor fan, it's low-key tough right now. It's low-key tough right now, and I just really hope that CBS steps up their game. I hope that like they took their criticism, because like 41 and 42, I was at least saying like, okay, you know, they couldn't hear our criticisms for these seasons, so, you know, let's just wait till 43 and see if they took those into account, and they didn't. I feel like Survivor just listened to the Twitter crowd and not to the actual fans, because like the Twitter crowd makes it maybe 5% of Survivor fans. I'm being dead serious. It's just a vocal majority. So when you listen to the Twitter fans, not the actual fans, it really does not do you any favors. But to end out this video, man, yeah, Survivor 43, the bar is super low right now. It's basically touching the floor. It is touching the floor. There is no bar. I don't know what to say. So I'll be back next week, hopefully, to do an episode 2 review. Episode 1, not a good start, man. Not a good start. Hopefully, Survivor 43 can rebound, and at least, you know, when we do stuff like this, Survivor 43 is automatically just going to be in mid-season. But I'd rather risk it being a bad season and have a really high ceiling than just have this mid-season. Anyway, guys, hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Thank you guys for watching.